everyone, this is KJ Kordick from 6 Degrees Broadcasting, and I'm doing an interview for Fox Valley TV. I'm super excited because we have XFO in the house. Yes, they are back, and we have Dan Lardy, who's going to get us all caught up on what's going on. Dan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fox Valley TV, we're super excited because you're totally our demographics. You're doing it in Island Lake. You kind of disappeared over the pandemic. The pandemic kind of killed everything. Yeah. So, I mean, you had a big article in the Daily Herald. Everyone is so stoked that XFO is coming back to Island Lake, Illinois. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Why don't you fill people in a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing and why you left?
Yeah. So thank you. So the last show we did was actually at Sideouts in Island Lake back in 2019. It's been almost 6 years now. After 2019, as we all know, the COVID epidemic hit, and we were done. We didn't know what to do. I went on, took another job. I'm in do roofing sales. I still currently do that now. I wound up moving down to Texas in 2021. So I moved down to Texas. I'm down in Houston area, just north of Houston, in a little town called Conroe. So I thought I was done. I thought I was done with the MMA. I thought I was just going to not do it anymore. I thought I was just going to, ride off in the sunset with my beautiful woman and just, live happily ever after. And then there's always just a piece that was just always missing, a piece of the pie. So I got together with my new partner, Brian Norris, in Texas down here. And he's from Illinois, too. He's actually a ex-police officer in Illinois. And we talked about it for over a year, about promoting and doing something. And finally we decided, let's do it. We're going to do it. And again, we're down in Texas here, so we're going to do it in Texas. Well, the owner of Sideouts is Jerry DeLaurentis, a really good friend of mine. He called up and was like, hey, can we do something? Can we do the fights again? People are asking about it. They really want it, all this stuff. So I'm like, I was going to do Texas first, and 2026 was our game plan for the Sideouts event. But we're just like, let's just do it. Let's pull the trigger. We'll just go for it. So we went for it, and here we are. And we're getting a lot of good buzz about it. Ticket sales are doing well. Got a handful of fights. Are they good fights? I don't know. I've been out of the game for so long. I had a lot of new faces coming, so it's a lot of new fighters. In our main event, we got Jamie Martinez from Top Notch, which is a really good gym.
Yeah.
He's facing Austin Clough from One Touch Fight Team in Woodstock there. And Clough told a story to me when he decided to take the fight that really hit me pretty good. And it's something I always wanted to do. So Austin used to come and watch the outdoor war events when he was a kid.
Wow.
He would come with family and friends and watch it, and he always wanted to fight on that show. And I used to joke around, like I used to see some of the kids running around. I said, one of these days, some of these kids that are here are going to be fighting our show. And sure enough, full circle, here they are.
Isn't that so real? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like all of a sudden they're like little punks, and all of a sudden they're grown up on your car.
Yeah, I know. I got 4 kids myself. My youngest of 4 is going to be 21 years old on Wednesday of this week. So
that's so weird. I got 3 grandchildren. That tells you how old I am. So.
I've got 5 grandchildren. So, and then with my, I call her we're not married yet, but she's got 4 kids also and has 9 grandchildren. So 8 kids and
8 is 14, enough. Holy 14, shit.
14 grandkids together. Brady Bunch doesn't have anything on us.
No, 8 is enough. That was my favorite. I loved 8 is enough,
Yeah.
But, you're right. XFO has been missed. I even called you up. I was like, when are you going to do XFO? I miss you. Remember?
Yeah.
It was about a year or so ago. And that's all, because you were a really upstanding outfit for people. You're a lot of people went on to fight bigger, like UFC. Went 19 years in the UFC. I heard. I mean, there's you feeder all kinds of stuff like these. I know Trace was one of Waco fighter, and then came over and fought on your card. And I remember it was 101 degrees, and we're putting ice on the outdoor ring, and But XFO is close to my heart because when I transferred from my more music career into supporting Rob Zabilski and Z's Martial Arts and the USA Kickboxing team, you were one of the first outfits that let me come and run around and do my thing. And I'll be honest, it helped my career. And I will never forget that. And and everybody was, all the people you have working there are seasoned people. Down to the commentators, down to your camera team, down to the side photographers. Some of them are actually big names in the business, to put it bluntly. And they were all so nice to me and made me feel so at home. And my career is just, from where I was 7-8 years ago to now, I'm a CEO of a magazine. I'm a head media for USA Kickboxing. I work with a lot of MMA fighters and work with a lot of different stuff. But in my heart, I feel like, my start kind of got it on FFO. You let me in, you let me run around, remember? Let me, be the kid in the candy store. And next thing I know, I got XFO photos with me out there. And it really helped my career. And I wanted to thank you for that. Because you were the one that let me in to run around and be the crazy girl, running around doing everything. So, and I had fun. And even two of my commentators that actually went and worked for USA Kickboxing in Waco are actually commentating for you, and that's how I met them, was through you. And you want to talk about the commentators? And the band is back together,
Yeah. So commentators, we had Matt Cassio and Mike Finch.
Yep. I don't think they've commentated together since, they commentated with Waco that one time, but I don't think they've commentated on like a MMA since the pandemic. I
don't think so, because Matt's still currently in the Illinois area, and Mike Finch moved out to California.
Right.
So Mike Finch is one of Matt and Mike both got a hold of me. So Matt was first, and then Mike hit me up, and he's like, hey, I hear you're getting the band back together. I'd love to be a part of it, this and that. He's like, I'll take the weekend off. I'll come out, all this stuff, this and that. And I'm like, book your flight. So I didn't hesitate. I'm like, book your flight.
They're good. Those two together are good. They do a really good job. Yeah. They know their shit. They know their fight game. They know, they're just really good. And honestly, if you don't even know a fighter, you get the pay-per-view just to watch those two. I'm telling you, they're just so entertaining. And you got some fighters coming from Florida too, correct?
Yeah, so a good friend of mine, Shane Adams, used to be in the Rockford area. He moved down to
Shane's one of my best friends. I love Shane Adams.
Shane started his own charter service down there.
Right, he's boating in Florida. He's loving it. He's loving it. And, Shane was a big cut man for Glory. Yeah. And he's also a USA Kickboxing coach. But now he's being a boat captain. And he's totally, it's nice to see him happy and enjoying the water. He's like, I can't believe I get paid for just driving people around.
And when he heard that the outdoor was going on, he's like, I guess he's also been, once you're in the martial arts, it's hard to leave, right? So he's still found a gym down there and still doing some coaching and stuff. So he's like, I'm gonna bring a couple guys up. So he's got a couple guys on the card. Frankie Rodriguez and Cameron. I don't have anything in front of me. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to be interviewing Shane anyway. Shane,
I'll do names.
Yeah, so Shane will fill us in. So stay tuned for that interview after Dan. I'm done with Dan. I'm going to be having one next week with Shane. So it'll be nice to get everyone caught up. Shane actually has a lot of fans. He's NICC, and he basically sold his business and is still affiliated with it. But like I said, he's being a boat captain. But you know what? You cannot take that sports out of you in the fight game. Once you're in, I don't care if you're 80, you're still kind of missing it, and I know he missed XFO. He loved XFO. It started a lot of his fighters.
Yep, absolutely.
What are some of the most memorable fighters that you've had on your card?
So, I mean, what stands out, I mean, Jeff Kern is obviously a big name. He went on WC, UFC, some bigger shows. But I don't want to be biased to that one. He's actually a good friend of mine.
Well, he's one of the founders of XFO, correct?
Yeah. So me, Jeff, and Monty were the ones that started it back in the day. Then Jeff and I wound up buying Monty out. And then Jeff and I were also partners in his gym at one point, too. So I had a small percentage of that. And then we just kind of split ways with that. He took the gym, I took the XFO. That's how I wound up with it. But yeah, so other big names, Clay Guida. Guida just retired after like 19, 20 years.
That was the one I was talking about, that big card. And went 19 years or something.
Yeah.
So he was one of the more, there's actually quite a few. I can't even tell you, but I know there's been quite a few. But he is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, he was my my champ back in the day. And then there's, there's Pat Curran. There's something people don't know. XFO 4, Chael Sonnen fought in XFO 4. I
did not know that.
Yeah, him and Terry Martin fought in the cage in XFO 4. Terry won that one.
Right?
But, that
you just never know what's going to happen.
It always gave us credibility. We're always the little show with big fights.
Yes.
And that's what we're known for. We had some barn burners of fights back in the day with the pros that should have been UFC caliber fights. Yeah. They were UFC. I mean, they should have been in the UFC, is what I should have said. But the caliber.
Shad Walters, he's gone on to do all kinds of stuff, and he started at XFO too. Actually, I did an interview with him about 6-7 years ago. Went like 50, 60,000, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And he's gone off, but he's gone off to do so much too. Like, if you really think about it, 99% of your fighters went on to do stuff. You know, it was like you gave them that fight experience for them to be able to go to those bigger outfits, and and they still able to come back. A lot of them never really leave. So
and as you touched base on, it's not just the fighters. It's yourself for one. It's my commentators. You're my announcer. I mean, look at Ray Flores.
Yeah. Oh, I love him too.
Ray Flores had to start with me and did all.
And he's coming back to announce, right?
I don't think I don't know. He's going to come visit if he's in town. So.
All right, we want you to announce. So, but whatever. I'm sure you got another good announcer.
If he wants on, he's on. I mean, I'll take the mic from whoever we do get, because I'm not even sure.
Right.
I'll let my partner handle that. So whoever we do get, we'll take the mic from him and give it.
Matt and Mike are pretty good, doing it all too. So
yeah, because I'm getting the band back.
We just got done doing Jelly Roll. It was kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And then now they're doing U.S. kickboxing stuff, and then just all kinds of stuff. Like anything, it takes a long time to build. To find the starters and finishers, because there's a lot of starters in this business, not a lot of finishers. You're a finisher. That's why I love you. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And it might not be live. We'll definitely get it on for you guys to be able to enjoy it. But I heard the ticket sales are going great. People are just clamoring, getting on board. And that place holds over 1,000 people. I mean, it holds. I remember it was packed.
Yeah, they're going good. I think the VIP tables will probably be the first ones gone. They're almost gone now. So
yeah.
Then we still have more tables enough on the ground. Then there's general admission, which is standing room only, but there's pretty much unlimited of that. So
yeah, exactly.
But it's just a big. I mean, the atmosphere at this outdoor war, it's just a big summer party. I mean, it is just a good time. People are just. I mean, half the time people aren't even watching their fights. They're just walking around, hanging out with people, seeing other fighters, seeing the ring girls, talking to them, taking pictures, talking to people. Just having a good fun. There's food, drinks, everything. It's just a good time. Like, I always knew, like, when I come back to Illinois to do a show, like, I'm definitely got to do the outdoor war. Like, that was if I could only do one show in the Illinois area, like, that would be it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a very important show. Like I said, there's been a big, the pandemic, like, kind of screwed everybody over, but people have really felt the loss of Oh, to be honest, they have.
Yeah.
A lot of them, that was their main thing they like to do, and and I always hear what's going on with it. Are they coming back? I don't know. I don't know. And then it was, oh, he moved to Texas.
Yeah.
So. But just like Waco, you could just get on a plane and fly. So I
Exactly.
just think it's a huge thing in Illinois. That's where your roots are, and you put it on, they will come, and they are showing you that they are coming.
Yep.
I think it's
They
been
are.
great because some people start back up and people are like, but this is something people are excited for and are like shouting out and just it's great. It shows to something about your work, your past work too.
Yeah.
They have all those people, some of the biggest names in the business, cut men, big gyms, and they're all excited that you're coming back. I just that is just such respect, like mad respect for you.
Yeah. The support's been amazing. I mean, I really don't have fighters to help out. They're just reaching out, like, what can I do to help? We want you to succeed. We want you to keep coming back. So it's been really good.
Well, I'm super excited for that. I so appreciate you doing this interview.
No
Like
problem.
I said, I feel like, you're close to my heart. I like to pay back to the people that I feel were there for me. So, but yeah, unfortunately, I will not be. I'm actually on another gig with Rob Zabilski, so we will be out of town. I was so pissed, to be honest. Remember, I was like, what the hell, man? You know what I mean? But obviously, this has been planned for over a year, so I have to go. But I have a team coming down that will be doing a lot of interviews and covering. Fox Valley TV is going to be there. 6th Degree Broadcasting is going to be there. Sport Kickboxing Network's going to be there. All my guys are going to be there except for me. But that's okay. I'll be watching it from the sidelines in my own pay-per-view. Hopefully we can get that done. And
You'll still be there. You'll still be there.
I know. I was so heartbroken. I was like, Rob, are you serious? Because even Rob and you I know you guys are talking. You guys got something in the works, which we cannot talk right now. But even Rob was like, are you serious? Like, you're coming back the one weekend we've been booked for a year.
I know.
But isn't that how it is?
Yeah. And where you guys are coming is actually really close to where I live right now.
That's what I heard. So, I mean, I think XFO in Texas might be fun too. So,
it's gonna be. Well,
I mean, really, you could probably do one in a state eventually. I mean, that's how cool XFO is. To me, I always kind of looked like it was like the feeder to LAF or whatever. I get them all mixed up. And yeah, I mean, everyone's gone on to do big things. Even Bellator, a few of them went to Bellator. I mean, actually, quite a few of them, which Bellator went down too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened to Bellator? But Dan is back.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could be the next Bellator, take over from them, because if you think about it, you're in a great position to be able to kind of fill that void that when they left too. So I'm just super excited for your future.
I appreciate it.
So hopefully this is the start of getting back to, banging it out on a regular schedule and, getting the excitement. Already the excitement's there. I mean, it's just got to tell you.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Captain Shane's flying down from Florida and getting off his boat, guys, from NICC, and he's a fan favorite. Let's face it, he's a big time fan favorite. So, and then Matt and Mike, I mean, everyone loves them. So, and the ring girls are always like, holy shit, plus it's probably going to be very hot. So you guys are just going to have a really good time. Beer flows freely. It's so fun. Everyone's so sweet. And, occasionally you got people that think, they like to get involved. But, we like the loudness. We like the camaraderie. And I don't think we've ever had a problem at Sideouts there. I mean, no big police or anything. People are just really just American, band, just American people trying to have a good time. And it's such a great venue there with the way the sand is and how they set up the ring. And and there's plenty of room and plenty of space. And it's just exciting times. And to get the Herald, the Daily Herald wrote a huge story about you. So everyone get over to the Daily Herald. And if you don't pick up the paper, I believe it's online. It's because I read it. And that actually gets really more in depth, and it explains a little more. So people go support that. So maybe they'll do a follow up. And but yeah, I mean, I'm excited, Dan. So what else you been doing?
Like I said, I moved down to Texas. I I've been with the same woman in my life for about 9 years now.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, I got divorced like 11, 12 years ago, something like that.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it was a good thing.
Yeah. I don't touch that. You know what I mean? All I know is that, there's plenty of love to everyone to get along.
Yeah. But, here's where I contribute a lot of my success. I've been successful in the roofing industry of sales, my better half. And it's like, behind every good man is a great woman. And I have no problem saying that out loud and proud. So, kudos to her. She's been my number one supporter and everything.
People fall out of love. You had kids. You change and you grow. It doesn't mean you hate you know what I mean. And I'm happy that you're happy. It's hard to find. And one things besides drugs and alcohol that ends a fighter's career, it's usually a bad spouse, bad girlfriend, boyfriend. I've seen some of the most talented fighters have someone that isn't supportive, and it ends up ruining their whole career and it kills me because they could really go somewhere, and it's and then 5 years that guy breaks up with them, and they're telling me I wish I wouldn't have gave up fighting. So right. You want to choose someone that's supportive so that you can live your dreams too. If they truly love you, they want you to go out and do your passion. But that's a hard thing to obviously you found that, thank God.
Yeah, it really is. So so we're down in Texas here. She's got a couple of her sons live down here. Her son is still up in Illinois. All my kids are up in Illinois.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
it'd be nice to come. So do you come back to Illinois a lot?
Yeah. I've been bouncing back. Like you said, it's just a quick flight.
Yeah.
So I come back to visit all the time. But yeah, I love Texas. And people my kids ask me all the time, like around Christmas time, you coming to visit? I'm like, maybe in the summertime, because I'm so done with the winters. I can't. My blood thinned out. I can't handle it anymore. Even though it's 95 and 100 degrees, I mean it's 95, 96 degrees out right now. And that's
I personally like it when it's really hot. I'd rather have hot all day long than cold.
Yep.
But yeah, Texas is. So what area in Texas? I know it's a pretty big.
I'm north of Houston.
Okay. Well, God, that would XFO having a show down there probably would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I could see a lot of Texans really wanting to it's kind of hometown.
Yeah, so we got something in the works. So the XFO, it stands for Extreme Fighting Organization, and with that, we're not just MMA. We're going to be doing kickboxing. We're going to be doing Muay Thai events. We're going to be doing boxing events. We're going to be doing submission only grappling events. So we're doing it all.
Yeah.
We're not just limited to one thing, and obviously our forte is the MMA.
Yeah.
It's all going to be in a cage. So I know that the kickboxers normally like the ring and stuff, but they're willing to get it on in the cage too. So I think I have like 14 MMA fights and like 4 or 5 kickboxing matches right now. It was something we always wanted to mix up.
It's going to be so cool. So not only do you get some really cool MMA, my heart's kickboxing. So I'm super excited that kickboxing is going to be there. And I guarantee they're both very fun, different. But with kickboxing, you get a really good show too, because it's kind of like boxing and kickboxing. Kickboxing. So, and that's where the Rob Zabilski and the Texas thing are being talked about. So I'm just letting a little bit out there, and I'm super excited because who wouldn't want the president of USA Kickboxing to be a part of something? And you and Rob go way back and have a very mutual respect for each other. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, this is, like I said, I was telling him earlier off of script, Lou Neglia does that same type of stuff and has had total success in New York with that. So that would be a really cool thing to bring to the Illinois and Texas area and all this stuff, because a lot of people do multiple stuff, and now they don't have to worry about one. We're only doing this.
But I've always wanted to give back this show to the fighters, to give them the opportunity to build themselves, showcase their skills, whatever that skills might be. If they're just grapplers, let's showcase their grappling. If they're strikers, let's showcase the striking. If they're MMA, we'll showcase that, whatever it is. Yeah, so that's what, I've always done that. I've always like given, done shows for. I really enjoy helping people out. I mean, as you know, with yourself and other people. I mean, to me, I get like the proud dad moment. When it comes to that, and when a fighter leaves me and goes on to the big show, like, all right, that's awesome, and you said before, like they all went on to the big shows, someone on the UFC, someone like. I counted one time, it was well over 100.
Yeah.
Well over 100 that we sent on to the bigger shows. Yeah. And it's really rewarding. It really is.
Well, yeah, like you said, it's like a proud dad moment because a lot of people have a lot of admiration and respect for you. I mean, I know I do, and I all the time hear about, that you have such a good reputation in the business, and it's because of you being a nice guy. You're not a jerk off, some people get these egos in this business that are promoters, and sometimes, and I get it because you got fighters that back out last minute, and you know how it is. Fighters, athletes sometimes are, it's just hard to be them sometimes, and it's hard as a promoter to constantly, when they don't make weight or they got this excuse or you know what I mean. But and you got a ton of money. I mean, trust me, we've had it all. So. Yep. But I just super excited because I feel like Illinois is very fortunate that you chose to have your comeback show. Going to be banging, and everyone needs to. If you're from around the Sideouts or anywhere in the Democrats, get the Sideout, get the tickets. Where can they get it online?
FighterTix.com. That's fighter with TIX.com.
TIX. So FightersTIX.com. And, get your tickets are going fast. I actually did some inquiry and found out that tickets are going fast. I don't even think I think they're going to be real sold out really soon. So you better get on board, to be honest. So, or else you're not going to get it. Or you're going to be standing in the side parking lot across the street. So, yeah, I was told there's some really good fighters coming back on. I know you're like, so are you excited about getting back in the game? Do you feel a little nervous about, or you just feel like it's not my first rodeo?
A little bit of both. I mean, obviously the nerves are there. You just went through a whole bunch of the issues that come with that. Fighter didn't make weight, or this fighter's out. He just pulled off the card. I mean, I lost a fighter this morning. It happens. It's like, all right, well, let's get to work.
As we lose our hair, oh shit,
Yeah.
1 week out, you're 1 week out, you're telling me now,
I used to have a beautiful mullet back in the day.
Well, Rob Zabilski's bald too, the president of Waco USA, and I knew him when he had hair. So that's just like you said, you got every time a fighter does some shenanigans, you're losing a little hair. So because it is stressful because you have people coming and then you got somebody else that is training ready to show up only to be disappointed, and it's not that easy to get another replacement that is on the same level. Sometimes you get a replacement where the person's not even as good as the other person. They just took the fight, and I always feel bad for the fighter that shows professionalism and makes it and does everything right, and then only for the one person that has some BS excuse or just didn't take it serious. Or you know what I mean? There's 100 excuses, and happens to the best of them. But I've learned sometimes that it's very stressful, and so my hats are off. Hopefully, you don't lose your eyebrow here this time around. So. Or your chin hair goes bald, So
it's going good right now. So I'm just.
Knock on wood. Yeah, so I'm super excited. So everyone, make sure you get those tickets, and we'll be doing a lot of follow up, and hopefully this is the start of many, many shows. I have a feeling it is because not only are you a starter, you are a proven finisher. And so, is there anything you would like to say before we sign off?
No, I mean, you said it. Get your tickets at FighterTix.com. The show is August 9th. I'll be there for weigh-ins on the 8th, so I'll still be there. Okay, so so it's 8th is the weigh-ins, actually, which is not, is that open to the public? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you don't need tickets if you want to come and just watch the weigh-ins.
Nope.
Get some beer and drinks. Trust me, the bar is phenomenal. It's one of the coolest bars in the Island Lake area. I mean, it's a great bar. It's got volleyball, all kinds of really cool darts, everything. So, so the 8th is weigh-ins, but the 9th is you have to have tickets to get in, correct? You can't just come and drink. You have to have tickets, correct?
You have to have tickets, yeah.
Okay, so 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 everyone tonight, you have to have tickets. And I'm telling you, it's packed, but in a good way. You know, even when it was hot, even though it was packed, it wasn't like so packed. It was packed just enough where you're not like, you know, sweating on each other. But it's definitely a good crowd. And so don't worry about if it's too hot. They have plenty of water, plenty of everything. And they just do a great show. So don't miss out on XFO The Return. I'm super excited. So Dan, thank you once again for being on the Fox Valley TV. And 6 Degree Broadcasting, and I will definitely see you at the next show, and hopefully probably the Texas one with Rob. So
sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, KJ. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
XFO.